Hello everyone and welcome to the latest episode of Trader Talks, where today we are going to talk about Palantir Technologies. If you are on YouTube, the link is in the bio to join along. We will look at the chart. They had their results out last night, so we'll take a look at that. We'll discuss what has happened and where things could go from here. As always, do remember that this presentation is for educational purposes only and should not be taken as investment advice, personal recommendations, or an offer of or solicitation to buy or sell any financial instruments. Please do, if you are on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, all of that, but drop a comment and I will make sure to respond to everyone. I want to know your opinion on this. We initially saw the share price spike higher before dropping and 5% after that. A move of $60 billion that was. So on the face of it, the earnings were good. I think that's fair to say. They reported strong earnings. They beat revenue and EPS estimates while raising 2025 guidance. Good, strong growth as well. Commercial revenue in the US was up massively year over year, 121%, driven by AI platform demand, all of those kind of things. But we've moved lower. Reasons being, we traded higher heading into the release. It had to be amazing for us to continue to push higher. You see this a lot with stocks that have been on a strong run. The valuations are also sky high. You chuck in a bit of profit taking because of the strong year or few years that we've had. And with those high valuations, the question is now, is this a little dip before the next leg higher, or is there more downside to come? So let's have a quick look at the chart. And there's a great saying in investing, or anything really, but if in doubt, zoom out. And if we go back to 2020 to where the stock is now, it's up nearly 2,000, or it was at its peak up over 2,000%. So for long-term investors, this is just a minor blip. We've had multiple moves lower. For example, in February, we dropped 40%, 50% almost. In September, we had a couple week period where it dropped 23%. So it's not unusual to see this. But what I would say is these are the levels I've marked up at the moment that are of interest to me. And reminder, if you're on the podcast, the YouTube link is in the bio. So by no means is it perfect, but a bit of a trend line from the April low to the summer low to then recently what we've had in October. I wouldn't, if I was long, want to see us below that that trend line, because ideally you would see something like that and it pushes higher. Below the trend line, you'd imagine 171 comes in, and below there, I would imagine we end up trading back down towards sort of 140, 150, purely technically speaking. So that would be, I guess, for bulls, the worst case. For bears, a great case. What, of course, can happen is we just revisit the previous all-time high and we start to bounce higher again. So I want to know, I guess, if you're just after putting a one-word answer, whether you're bullish or bearish on Palantir for the next sort of 3 months or so. I mean, it's obviously a big red candle at the moment for the day, last night and today as well. So therefore, the week will prove it's under a bit of pressure. But of course, the week where we close the week will be important for a sort of guide of sentiment. And I'd almost say it's worth having on a bit of a rectangle area here, sort of to the top side of it 190, to the bottom side 182. It's a $10 sort of share price area where, as long as we stay above all of that, the bulls will be fine and the direction will continue to the upside. A break of that level, 171, then becomes very important, and you wouldn't necessarily want to see price below that. So in short, good earnings that weren't absolutely amazing, which is what was needed for this to push higher, and we've therefore come lower. If you think from the April low to the top, we were up 222%. You know, a move lower is not the worst thing in the world. In fact, if you just look to where it's trading now, it's only 12% lower. So it's not a massive move. I just want to know, get a feel for sentiment, what everyone is thinking. These are the key levels, and I'm going to wait for where we close the week to get a real idea for where we're then going to go next. But again, as I said, I'll be interested to know what you think. As always, let me know what you want to see next. Plenty of really, really, really interesting charts out there at the moment. Take care, and I'll see you next time.